Now it's time for us to run down the results of round one and introduce the matchups for round two. So we're going to start in the Nolan bracket. And the first result we have in the Nolan bracket was the match between The Dark Knight, the #1 seed, versus the #16 seed, Iron Man 3. Dark Knight, no surprise here, completely throttled Iron Man 3, 18,000 votes to 4,100 some odd votes. So The Dark Knight advances. Iron Man 3 is now out of the tournament. The next matchup we had was the #8 seed, Captain America, the First Avenger, versus the #9 seed, Watchmen. Close match. Closer than I thought it would be, actually. Captain America does win and advances with 12,300 votes to 9,800 votes. Captain America moves on to the second round. Watchmen is now out. The third matchup, the #5 seed, Batman Begins, versus the #12 seed, Dread. No surprise, the winner here. I thought this would be closer, though. I thought it would be a little bit closer, but Batman Begins wins 17,300 some odd votes to 4,800 some odd votes. Batman Begins moves on. Dread is now eliminated. The next matchup, the #4 seed, Thor, the first original Thor, versus the Incredible Hulk. And as you can see from results there, Thor wins handily, 15,600 and some odd votes to 6,500 and some odd votes. Thor advances. The Incredible Hulk is now out. The #6 seed, this is my surprise. The #6 seed, the original classic Superman versus The Dark Knight Rises. I thought because of popularity's sake and because Superman is an older film that a lot of people haven't seen, I thought The Dark Knight Rises, in my opinion, no doubt, the original Superman's a better film, in my personal opinion. But I still thought The Dark Knight Rises would win. I didn't think it would be this lopsided, though. 16,597 votes to 5,600 votes. The #11 seed upsets the #6. So The Dark Knight Rises advances. The #6 seed, Superman, the original, is out. And then we move down to the #3 seed, X-Men, the original, versus Punisher Warzone. No surprise here. X-Men trounces Punisher Warzone, 19,814 votes to 2,385 votes. X-Men, the original X-Men film, moves on. Down to the next matchup here. We have Man of Steel, the #7 seed, versus the #10 seed, Hellboy. Again, this is one that I thought Man of Steel would win, but I thought Hellboy would make it a little bit closer. But Man of Steel ends up winning handily, 15,349 votes to 6,850 votes. Man of Steel advances. This Hellboy film is eliminated. And then the final matchup of round one in the Nolan bracket, we had Spider-Man 2 versus Kick-Ass 2, and really no surprise here, Spider-Man 2 wins handily, 15,455 votes to 6,744 votes. So this is now what the Nolan bracket looks like. The round two matchups are right here. We got The Dark Knight is going to be going up against Captain America, the First Avenger. Batman Begins going against the original Thor. The Dark Knight Rises versus the original X-Men. Man of Steel versus Spider-Man 2. Dennis, this is where things start to get interesting. Which one of these do you think is going to be the tightest race?
The tightest race? Probably Man of Steel versus Spider-Man 2.
That's going to be tight. That is going to be tight. You know, the other one for me that I think is really interesting is going to be The Dark Knight Rises versus the original X-Men.
Yeah.
That's going to be tight, but Batman Begins, I think Thor will advance against Batman Begins. I'm probably wrong about that.
I'm going the opposite way on that.
I totally see why. Dark Knight will have no problem with Captain America, the First Avenger. So this is what we've got. So folks, listen. In the description of this video, you will find the link where you can go and vote on round two. And once again, the matchups for round two in the Nolan bracket are The Dark Knight versus Captain America, the First Avenger, Batman Begins versus Thor, The Dark Knight Rises versus X-Men, and Man of Steel versus Spider-Man 2. Once again, look in the description of this video for the link that says where you go to vote for round two. Go to that page and submit all your votes.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.